My name is Matt, and I'm here to take you along for the ride. Ever since GoldenEye 007, the FN P90 or RCP 90 has always intrigued me. I have my FN PS90 SBR right here, but perhaps you're more of a traditionalist and bullpups disgust you. Huck! Pooh! I spit on you. Well, fear not, because CMMG has you covered. Say hello to the MK57 conversion in, you guessed it, 5.7 by 28mm. Like many of CMMG's recent additions, the MK57 conversion runs off their patented radial delayed blowback. Some time ago, we reviewed on my channel the Banshee in 5.7, which used the FN 5.7 20-round magazines. Well, the MK57 is a little different in that it uses CMMG's exclusive 40-round magazine and literally any mil-spec AR lower you can find, even if you're one of those 80%er guys and you kind of mess it up a little bit, but it works. This particular sample of ours is the 8-inch version. A 5 and 16-inch barrel version are available. Up front, we have our standard 1/2-inch by 28mm threads with very ample shoulder that plays very nicely with suppressors. Our barrel twist rate is 1 in 9 and should stabilize bullets all the way up to about 60 grains depending on the length and bullet construction. Currently, we are using the YHM Kurtz single port QD muzzle brake. The upper on our CMMG uses a standard M-LOK rail and 7075 T6 forged aluminum receivers. The rest of the upper is your basic AR-15. You've got your dust port cover right here, your forward assist, your brass deflector, and charging handle. We are currently rocking the R.A.N.G.E charging handle here. CMMG's 300 series of the upper includes their own ambi charging handle, various Cerakote colors. This particular one right here is in titanium. As I mentioned, the MK57 uses CMMG's patented radial delayed blowback, which essentially uses a very lightened bolt carrier group from your AR-15. You have the gas key milled off on the top here. You have a different cam here as well. Your bolt is actually spring actuated, so as the pressure from the round or the thrust pushes against this, it causes it to cam, and then the rest of it goes back. It is designed to run on a standard carbine buffer and spring. You can put tuning weights in these bolt carrier groups if you need to tune this to run to a particular load. I ran this sample with anything from supersonics to subsonics, and I would have the occasional issue with a subsonic that probably a little heavier weight would take care of. But other than that, running my supersonic rounds, I had no issues. Magazines are 40 rounds and just slightly longer than a standard 30-round magazine that you can see here. I would love to see a shortened version for bench shooting. The PMag weighs 5.5 ounces and your little 40 round here from CMMG weighs 7.9. It does include a tab in the back that allows last round bolt hold open. From here up to the front of the magazine, it really much resembles what the FN 5.7 magazine looks like. I will mention that they are designed to be drop-free, but depending on the manufacturer of your lower, you may run into drop-free issues. I have a couple Palmetto State Armories that must have a tighter than normal magazine well, and these do not drop free. And here I've run into this issue with the Ross Defense Unimag as well. Not to do any ammo flexing, but for this particular testing and evaluation, we ran about 405 to 410 rounds through this. We kind of proved out the radial delayed blowback on the last review that I did, so we're mainly just checking to see how the magazines work in the different lowers. Some of the subsonic ammunition can be finicky in 5.7, but that's one of the advantages of 5.7 is that it can run and cycle subsonic ammunition. But wait a minute, isn't that just basically a 22 long rifle? No, it's not. Your junk softcore 22 long rifle bullet is not nearly as effective as a 55 grain full metal jacket. If you're curious about the performance of the 8-inch versus our 10-inch P90 barrel, most all higher performing rounds give you almost the same velocity from the shorter barrel length. In one test, our SS198 LF gave us the exact same average on both barrels. Now, if you do reload, the CMMG's radial delayed blowback will cause more shoulder movement on that brass when firing, but from the few sample sizes that I've used of the cases, I was able to use my, I think, Lyman dies to move that shoulder back into position. I don't want to bore you with too much ballistic information in this review about 5.7, but I feel confident in it, especially in our longer barrels. If you want to check out any ballistic tests that I've done on 5.7, I have tons of it on my channel. A TLDR list would be Elite Ammunition's S4M, their T6B, which is a 28 grain all copper load, very long, a 28 grain Devastator 3.0, our Protector 1, as well as SS198 LF, which is a factory offering, the Vanguard Outfitters Black Dragon Fang, and another smaller company called R.A.N.G.E Weapon Systems offers a 37 grain expanding all copper round. Is the 5.7x28 anywhere close to 5.56 performance in this package? I feel confident in saying, based on all the testing that I've done and Andrew have done, not even close.
Not even close, bud.
But where I feel this shines is versus other pistol caliber carbines that are chambered in 9mm 40 Smith & Wesson or 45 ACP in the same package. Where it shines versus the 5.56, I think, is in less recoil, less muzzle flash and blast, subsonic cycling if you need it, and your ammunition is more optimized to work from these shorter barrels versus 5.56. I'm very impressed with CMMG's offerings. They will run you more than your budget build AR, but they tend to offer that good quality and features list. This particular offer that you see here, of course, without the optic or the muzzle brake, will run you around $900 and some change. They do offer the radial delayed bolt carrier group and barrel if you would like to build your own. Ammo availability, of course, right now is basically non-existent. If the 5.56 Kurs is your thing, but you don't like mushy bullpup triggers and you have a customized AR lower standing around, then this CMMG MK57 conversion would probably do you very nicely. I'd like to thank you all for watching. If you felt that I've got something wrong, or if you need to comment on my poor pronunciation skills, commenting below helps me help you. Now the Concept 2 rower and this barbell is calling my name. So until next time, I'll catch you at the range.